Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's a girl, IAmCleopatra O, and I'm back here with another video. And on this time, we're going to be doing a sit-down video. And I have two wonderful guests here. By my right, I have
Sarah.
And by left, I have
Amarachi.
So we're going to be talking about a very juicy topic. So I think you should keep on watching. I wanted to bring, I would say it's a controversial topic, but I think it's a topic that we have been seeing going on these days, in this new generation, which I really wanted to, know your opinions, what you think about it, if you feel like the world is going on the right path, or if we are falling astray. But yeah, my question is, what do you think about co-living? So living with your partner, or living with someone that is not yet your husband or not yet your wife. I think I'll go with Sarah first and then we take Amarachi.
Okay, so basically just living with your boyfriend or someone you're dating.
Exactly.
Okay. I feel like in some senses you could say there's a benefit to it because you really get to know who you're trying to build a future with. Like some people could see it as a way to know their real personality, the things that they do when they're not trying to please you and be perfect all the time. But at the same time, I feel like people get comfortable. Like once you start living together, you might feel like, so the only thing that is missing is a ring. Do you know what I mean? You might feel like there's no reason to get married. We're already practically married. And a lot of people like saying that.
Already cooking, cleaning.
I'm doing everything that I'm supposed to do as a wife. So it's literally just the ring that's missing. So like people will not give marriage the value that it deserves. And yeah, I just feel like if you love me that much, you should be able to honor me in front of my family and God. And no, you shouldn't get shortcuts.
If you want to talk to me, talk to me.
Nice.
So don't be going to the corners. Okay, Amarachi.
Yeah, okay. I would say for me, like, it's important, right? Like, to just know the person and, like, understand each other because my likes might not be your likes. And then I want to be comfortable around you and in your space. I want to get to know you to that extent. And yes, in case of, like, then there is the period when like it happens, the person now like might take you for granted that okay, she's always here, she's going to always help, she has to do this, it's her responsibility or something like that. And then there is no okay, I'm going to bring this of like the dating aspect. You don't feel like you're really dating again because you guys are like super comfortable, like so like I think that's the only like shortcoming of it. But for me, like I would want to, and then I feel it's really like important and very necessary to spend that much like quality time with the person, because you don't want to get to a situation that okay, if you guys get married and you don't really know that this guy was this way, or this is what he does, or he doesn't have like basic self-care stuff, like all those kind of things. So like you really want to get to know your partner in that aspect. So,
yeah, and also because I think she made it straight that for her is a yes. Yeah. Right. So for you, we say yes or no?
For me, it's a no.
Okay.
For me, it's a no.
Okay, I don't know if I should share my own, but I should just be neutral.
No.
I don't know.
I feel you should. Just say.
Okay, so for me, although I'm married, yeah, whatever, but I'll say no. Okay. Because I feel like people are now bringing an excuse about the fact that you have to know the person, you have to listen. Yeah. So what happens to all the people like us that didn't live with the person? Are you trying to say that we don't know them?
No, like what I'm even trying to say is that yes, get to spend time. Don't like, how do I say, co-living, okay. Like get to spend time with that person, but have your own space too. You could stay with that person like for a while.
No, I mean people who live together. They live together.
For me, like, okay, in as much as yes, I would want to do that, but I would need my space. I still have like the backup plan. I still have my apartment and stuff like that, so that.
It's not about apartment.
So maybe she's saying that.
Okay. So,
yes, she's living at her boyfriend's house, But at the same time, she still has her place.
Yeah.
No,
You know
but
what I mean?
that's like when I mean
Your
co-living,
it's just
people
like
who like I am
together.
leaving myself. I don't have a house. I'm leaving
okay.
everything. He's leaving
Then-
everything. We're getting a co-owned
Okay,
house.
then.
Both of our names are on the contract of the house. We're living together.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
what that's what I'm.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Then it's a no for me. I like my space, right? And then I also want to like, I don't know, I need my clarity sometimes. Do you understand? So like, I don't feel that you should leave and with that person like for a very long time. Like if he's not like going to put a ring on it, or if he's going to not going to like marry you, people don't see yourself in the long run or something. But me, it's like a no for me because I need my space.
But
I don't know.
I just want to add on to what she just said. If that's the perspective that you're taking in, so when you get married to that person, you're going to tell that person you need your space.
I was actually coming to that
like,
because
yeah.
the way she was emphasizing
on
on
the space,
on the space.
guys,
I wasn't
no,
like,
no, like let me just make it like very clear. Yes, like yeah, I don't know. You actually need sometimes like you need to I don't even know what I'm saying.
but I understand
But
what
you
she's
need your
saying.
space
Yeah.
in that like you people are not married yet, and then you people are living as if you're married, right? So like
No, but
in
she's now
episode,
asking you
okay,
when you get married.
Yeah, obviously you would have gotten to know. And then remember I said that that spending time, like quality time, I could stay there for a month, but I still have my place. Do you understand? So like I would have gotten to know you like to some extent, but also I want my like, let me put it, independency in quotes in that aspect, right? So that like I would know that I have a place to like a breathing space or something from, not like I would not like want to like, will I say, be in your space every single time. Yes, we girls, like most of us, yeah, I guess we actually like not that we are clinging to you, but you have like your own space, like you have your own personal time with. And if I want to bring friends over that probably he doesn't, and then it's not comfortable for him in a situation where he has to work remotely, I have my space for that. That is the only, like, that's where I'm thinking stuff. Yeah,
I think I understand what she means. Like even like at some point when you get married, like you do everything together, but there are some times where you want to be on your own space. You want to have your own time. Maybe for example, I'm gonna use my husband, right? My husband doesn't really like Nigerian movies,
okay.
so we don't get to do that together. When I watch my Nigerian movies, that's my own time because it's just me, myself, and my laptop. But I might be alone there, but I'm enjoying that moment because I would have loved him to be part, but because it's just like when he's playing FIFA, right? I am not a FIFA person. I am right next to him, right? But he's having his own time.
That part.
Yeah,
That's
He's
what I
having-
wanted to add.
So even when I'm watching my Nigerian movies or my series that I like to watching, he's right next to me. Sometimes he even say, "Put it on."
yeah.
I know he's not watching, but he's just next to me and he's allowing me to have my own time. There's also sometimes, as you said, that your own time might be like you're bringing friends over, right? Obviously, sometimes when like anytime when I tell you that you should come over, maybe it will be like one weekend when he's away, so I'm having my own time. But that's like me having my own time with somebody else.
Yeah.
But we also have like my own time doing what you enjoy doing that your husband does not cannot relate to. Let me just use that word. So I understand. But coming back to the topic, like for me, I feel like people have just used this fact with or from what I heard, a lot of people have used this fact about a lot of marriages now going to divorce, and that it feels like it's because they didn't know each other from the beginning. But for me, it's just like some things were just not discussed when they were meant to. It's not because you don't know the person, because let us look at even our other generation. These people didn't. These people,
They didn't know each other.
They didn't know.
When we mean they didn't even know each other, we mean some did not even see themselves
It was
on
like
the
married family.
exactly
So like,
until the day their bride price were paid.
Exactly.
But where are they today? They're the ones that when they're talking about their marriage, you be like,
But just to add, sometimes those marriages are even the most toxic ones. Sometimes.
I mean, you know,
They stayed even though the husband cheated multiple
and also
times.
they stay because of their children. Too.
Yes, it's usually for the children most of the time.
Don't get me wrong. Everything in life, there is a bad part and there is this thing. Everything doesn't. Even when they tell you an iPhone is very good, there are people who come to you and say the iPhone did not work for them.
Yeah.
You understand? And sometimes it's not because of the manufacturing thing, but it's just the person. So definitely there are some marriages that I would even be like, no. This one you should have just left.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But I feel like they have really just used that as a huge excuse to cover all the fact that they could actually do the right. When I mean the right thing, I'm thinking from a biblical perspective, that you could actually be apart, know yourself, and even get to know yourself even more than people that actually stay under the same roof. Because I feel like when you're under the same roof, you're just like unbothered. There was this thing I read somewhere where they were like, marriage is a lifetime commitment. And you staying together without a ring means that you are trying to commit without the commitment.
Yeah.
So, and you cannot be committing without having the commitment. So what exactly are you guys doing?
Yeah, because not making a decision is still a decision.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it's like, you people are there, yeah, but it's like you having one leg in and one leg out.
Yeah. And I feel like, just as you said, this excuse of we need to live together to get to know each other better, or we need to live together. What else did you say besides getting to know each other? To spend quality time.
Yeah.
Those are excuses, because getting to know a person, like you said, you have to speak to the person.
Yeah.
This time, there's FaceTime. There's literally all means and sources to be able to speak to each other, having long conversation. And I feel like you yourself, you have to know what you want first before you can actually make a good decision and decide because if this guy comes and tells you stories of how he's going to do this and this and this and this, if you don't know what you actually need and want, you'll just accept anything. Understand? But if you know what you deserve and what you need, it will be easy for you to detect this guy is not the one. This guy is not up to my standard. And it also goes to the fact that now that you just are satisfied with any type of guy that will come to, if he says, oh yeah, can you come to my house and stay, you'll also agree, because this is not part of your requirements. You'll be like, oh yeah, he's just asking me to, like, it's not that big of a deal. And then it becomes a habit. It slowly becomes a habit.
You know, now that you just said this thing, I just thought about the fact that if we actually now say you always have to live with somebody to understand, are we not trying to say that if you're dating 3 people, like if you date, if like first one didn't work, second you want 3 people like that, that means you're gonna go live with 3 people.
Exactly.
Until because I don't even know when, because what I've also seen is that when, just as I think both of you said the same, that they get conformed.
Yeah.
So they even get to the place when do you now, like, okay, what is the limit, or where do we now draw the line? Is it after 3 months of living together we now say, okay, now we have to know if we are getting married, or is it after 1 year, after 3 years? Because now at some point you hear people that they have been co-living for 5 years. Children start getting in. And for me, I feel like when children start getting in, it's the end.
It's a problem.
It's the end.
And now
just forget about it. Like.
And I also feel like, you see, once you and your partner or your guy, whatever, you start living together, your guy now has this certain perception or this certain mindset. And then now all of a sudden, 2 years later, you decide, okay, but when are you going to marry me? But it's going to be like, but we've just been fine. What do you mean, when am I going to marry you? He's like, what's going to change? And then now you can't change it because you've been acting like a wife. You've been cleaning, cooking.
He's not missing.
He's like,
he's
what's
not
the
missing
essence?
anything that is going to add to the this is from this is my partner to this is my wife.
And he'll even make an excuse. Oh, we're going to be spending money on such a big wedding. We can invest in it. You know.
Well, and for me also, that's when even I feel like even when people even now eventually get married, they don't get to do the wedding of their dreams. Because trust me, when you start doing, as I said, like the marriage is a commitment, right? It comes with bills, it comes with projects, it comes with things that require money. And you want to venture into that part where you have not actually put the right commitment. The thing is that these bills are going to keep on coming, because since you want to live the life is going to come at you. The bills are going to come at you, the projects are going to come at you. You are living in a house, the bathroom is going to get old, you want to renovate it. I don't know, your partner want to go back to school, you will be planning on how you guys are going to sort out school fees and all of that. And then after, when you not bring the marriage, you're like, oh, but this is not the right time. Then the next thing, they are going to the rat house municipality, and then just sign, and that's not what the girl actually wants. But just because at this point the guy is like, you wanted the ring, I put the ring. So maybe that's what you wanted. Not that you wanted Cinderella wedding.
And also, like, they also add, like, there was like a YouTube video where like someone was asking a guy, okay, so like if you're getting married now, like if you need a girlfriend now, like what do you need her for? And he was just like, just to cook and clean. And I was like, why? Like,
And
in that aspect, if she starts co-living with him,
Clearly you need a housemaid.
Clearly there is no, like, really, he's not even thinking why
Can never
that
be me.
aspect. Like, it was so, like, I was just like, this video is so, and he said it all confident, and he was standing with a friend that was a female there beside him, and she just looked at him and started laughing. I'm just like, why are you friends with this person? Like,
yeah, I'm like,
why is he thinking this backwards?
At that moment I would literally knock your head.
Literally anybody, he just gotta learn, man. Like, why would you do that?
No, really, because I feel that's where at this point I think I'm just going to bring that topic here.
Yeah.
You know, there was this video about marriage counseling.
Yeah.
Guys, I will never stop emphasizing on how marriage counseling helps.
It helps.
You see, all of this co-living you guys co-living, right, is what we call counseling. Literally.
Yeah.
Because not only you are trying to understand the person and know the person, but then the church steps in to help you. So the questions that you may have forgotten, the church will help you to ask your partner.
Yeah.
Legit. It was so funny how I went for my first counseling, right? And I don't know, for some reason I thought that the only thing they're going to ask you is like spiritual things. Does the person read Bible? Do you feel like this person is spiritually endowed enough for you, or all this kind of a thing? No, they go up to asking, do you guys want to have like, if your partner comes up to you and tells you that he wants to have a joint account, are you fine with that? Are you not fine with that?
Now I remember my idea.
I have.
Are you not fine? And I'm not gonna lie, guys, I was so shocked. I was like, wait, what is the church business in this thing? But we found out that these are little things that when you're co-living and all this kind of thing comes up, they now end up splitting, or even in marriages, because you didn't ask such things,
questions.
and then it's now time for project. How do we fund the project? Should we now take the money from your account? No. Why will you take money from my account?
You're the husband.
Are you the one that wants to do the project? Then the man is like, but you're my helpmate. Are you not supposed to help me? Before these little things causes a lot of issues, right?
Yeah.
And you now think that co-living is the answer to all of these questions, or you're gonna get an answer in co-living to all of these questions. Girl, there is something you want to.
I don't want to say something again,
Release it.
You see, yes, basically what I was thinking is, I feel like also majority of the people decide to co-live instead because they don't want to be responsible for one another.
Yeah.
You understand? That's the idea. Because, for example, now people have student loans. So once you guys get married, maybe it's your husband who's trying to pay for your student loan because you still don't have a job. You understand? Any like little situation, they can easily be like, but I'm not married to you, but I'm not responsible for you. They can easily move out compared to if it's a divorce, which takes a long process, and then you feel entitled that you should be helping me because you are my partner.
I think we should also put a disclaimer, because people are going to be like, no, but everybody's not like that. We always say that there is always a good part and a bad part. Not everybody who co-lives does not end up in marriage at the point which they actually wish to get married. But we are tackling the part where you have literally I would say hypnotized yourself, or like soaked yourself in the thinking that if it's no co-living, I cannot settle with a man, because the answers that I need from him about how our life is going to look like are not going to come up by just me texting him or just by us meeting up. You wanted to say something?
Yeah, I wanted to say something about the whole joint account stuff. So it's so funny. Okay, so in back in uni, right, there was this guy that like I liked him, right, but then I don't know, I was just really not comfortable and stuff like that. But eventually, when I now wanted to give it a try, he now asked me if we can open a joint account. I'm like, what?
In uni?
Wait, in uni?
In uni, like, what are we joining?
Okay.
Like, we just finished. I was like, what?
Why are we joining?
I thought he was joking. He was just like, and I just asked the question that would you open a joint account?
Wait, were you guys working?
No, like
so what are we
about
joining
to serve,
together?
like service year, right? That service year, we just started.
But
service.
my own
Do you get that
problem
kind-
is.
But why would you bring up joint? I got so scared. I was like, what?
My own problem is okay. If you now open a joint
How
account, then
do you
right?
then
Even
exactly?
dating.
We've not even started.
I think if she had said yes, right, it would have ended up in a dating. But my own problem is what happens when the dating comes to an end?
It's not even matter. It's
No,
not,
because who
I
takes
don't
the
know,
money?
like, at the beginning.
She says me on
But at the
joint
beginning of the
account.
relationship, like it should not even come then. We just finished.
This is how you
literally.
notice scammers.
We
This
just
is a
finished.
scam.
Like
This is
who was
scam.
he like thinking? Who was he thinking I was? Like, am I stupid or naive?
Yes, he most definitely thought you were stupid.
Because like how? Who
You see
does
that such people now, you didn't even have to go co-living.
See how you can know
You see
someone.
that
question? Like
You have to
I'm
pay
just like,
attention.
no.
I think the keyword is pay attention.
Yeah, pay attention.
You know what?
So
you know
people-
what? I feel like sorry for anybody who have co-lived, even my friends, but I feel like people who co-live, right? They are just scared to see the red flags by themselves, like for hand, and they feel like they're trying to like. You see the red flag,
They
you're like,
see it, but they ignore it.
They're like,
you change,
yeah.
you change.
They're like,
or
no,
it's
if
not
I
you,
can
and-
change
or you,
him.
or you keep on making excuses
they're like,
for the
nah,
person.
if I live with him, don't worry.
You
It
change.
will turn to
Yeah,
from red, it will be
exactly.
going white.
Yeah.
It
Is
will
it
be going
green or
green
white?
or white.
Yeah.
Actually, white is surrender. They surrender flag.
That's actually very
Literally,
True.
so-
it was so
But you know,
scary at
funny
that
thing
point
is,
in time.
there's
for
some
me
girls which
because
he has probably tried there with and it worked.
maybe, but because at that time he was even saying like, oh, in the next 5 years he wants to get married, serious stuff and so. But I'm just like, no.
He
but
said
you
he
don't-
wants to get
he
married.
wants
He
his
didn't say- he
next
didn't say I want to marry you.
Exactly. So like you don't even you can marry anybody obviously. I don't even have a problem with you getting married in 5 years. But
Please, I don't think you guys heard what she said. She said, in 5 years, he didn't say I want to marry you. He said I want to get married.
But he's ready to join account with you.
at the beginning, like before, so I was like, what is going on? There was even one time that he was saying that, okay, I don't know, I think he said something that, oh, do you think we'll ever date us? So I was like, in my head, I didn't even know. I was like, God's plan is not our plan, because you've already shown me signs that no, you cannot this. I'm like,
That's
no.
actually very dumb.
But I was really, really happy that I like noticed it like immediately, that I didn't get involved, because when you're there, it's just like it's a whole different ball game, because feelings, everything,
Exactly.
you're already there.
People that love blind.
Yeah.
Because don't get me wrong, if he had proposed to her, right? Like proposed, and she said yes, and then after the proposal, she's like, oh, I think we should start up a joint account.
They
So
were
that
not
we
even
can
Then
use-
it makes sense. That would
No,
have
that's
made
what I'm
sense.
saying.
but
That's what I'm
this
saying. That
one
I said that.
was
Don't get me
just-
wrong. I said if he was in that situation,
Yeah.
he'd tell you that because of the wedding that is coming up, he thinks
But that's
that.
when it's proposal.
Propose,
That
yeah,
is
that
not
means
even
we're some
dating.
years into the
And now- but
relationship
you know,
or something.
They didn't even get to boyfriend and girlfriend. That's my problem.
We just
They're still friends.
We're just deliberating, like
Talking
me. I'm just
stage.
deliberating.
Not
like,
even talking stage.
why would you ask that question then? Like, I just felt.
And imagine you're now with the talking stage, like
For
like
how
how
many
like
years?
not even that like me and my husband that were not even in the same country, so you now go and open a joint account with
That
someone that's not
seems
even.
And then,
Oh,
okay, what
God.
happens? Sorry, what happens when he starts taking money? Will you be like, oh, but you took my
Yeah,
money?
exactly.
Or what happens?
Like,
Imagine you're in uni like this, you just see minus 1,000.
And that's your,
yeah,
and that's
yeah,
your
yeah,
dog
yeah,
money,
yeah.
your rent money. What are you going to do?
no. So right now, like, no.
Oh,
I
God.
never settle, man. Jeez, never settle. I think it's something that I just put at the back of my head. Never, ever, ever settle.
No,
Like,
so
if it's
really,
not-
guys, I feel like co-living is. I mean, do you know what it means to just go live with someone? Like, I feel like some people take it as a
the
joke.
whole thing.
I feel like really people take it as a joke. And also, let me not even start with the temptation that because are you trying to tell me that you're going to do co-living and you're going to have his
I'm
room?
going to be celibate in co-living. Okay.
It's not his roommates.
How this thing?
No,
No,
no, not roommates, flatmates. Because that means you say, oh, I'm going to do flatmates with my partner. Because are you really telling me that as you're going to co-living, you have your room, he has his room?
And you're attracted to each other.
You see the way I'm looking at you?
Guys,
That's how God said he's looking at you. It's just like this
I
Sherry,
think I
that
was born yesterday.
literally.
Yeah.
Because that one is literally you just opening the doors to that's just you opening doors to the devil. Or people that now will not be co-living, you fall pregnant, you'll be like, I didn't know. You didn't know.
What didn't you know?
We didn't know. Sorry, next time we'll tell you.
And maybe during that period, he's been telling you he's not ready for children. He's not ready for children. He's not ready for children. Till you now fall pregnant, you now see his real color.
But he's ready to be in your bed. He's not ready for children.
He'll just kick you out or something like that. Be like, well, that's not the agreement we had, because then there is no commitment. There is no action.
And then they start asking you, why are you pregnant?
Yeah, exactly.
Did I?
And going back to even the counseling thing, I feel like people feel like when we say do not co-live, it's because we are trying to be over righteous. And that's basically they want us to have a very boring dating life experience. The first thing they asked us when we went for our first session, they asked me and my husband if we have traveled together. Now, you know, at that moment, I didn't even know what to answer. I was like, if I answer yes, they'll say, hey, you traveled to Italy? Girl, as soon as we said yes, she said good.
Yeah.
That's one way
She
to
said,
co-live.
Yeah, that's
she said,
one way, yeah.
She said, if
Traveling.
possible, if your finance allows you, try to do as many before you actually go for proposal.
Travel is like really important.
She said travel. He said the only thing, she was even saying that a lot of people feel like you have to have like deeper life, you know.
Yeah.
If you want to hug, you hug like this. Or she said no. But like you both know your strengths and your weaknesses.
Yeah.
You draw the line where the line has to be drawn. Okay, I feel like when you hug me, the thing
You know when you touch me like
when you
this,
touch me like this, you used to do the electric shock, you know. So you'll be like, you know what? When you hug me this way, it's very okay, right? You draw the line. Both of you know that. Okay, I understand. Yeah. He too. He tells you which one is really not a go area for him. Yeah. He draws the line for you. But you go to restaurants.
What about the traveling? Don't you think some people will say, but yeah, even when traveling, there's still temptation because we'll be together.
But I'm not gonna lie. I have friends who they are couple now and a couple. They're couple. They're dating, right? Yeah. But they have said that when they are going for what's it called? A vacation, they would book two separate rooms.
That's the solution. Yeah. If you can't afford two separate rooms, go to your hostel.
Go to hostel exactly. You stay in female dorms. You stay in male dorms.
And it's so good to go to vacation because you not only learn how this person spends money, and you also see how this person will take care of you also in the future.
Exactly.
Even how they even react to people around them.
Yes.
And people that
in a different environment.
Exactly. So she was like, or they like the people that were teaching us the session were like, go for dates, go for the dinner dates, go for I don't know, cinema movies, go for like she was like, do everything that you think that when you guys are couple, right? You would do as activities. Yeah. Do it. Just like you just know where you have to draw the line so the devil doesn't come in. Why you are sorry to say you went to lost your life, co-living for 4 years, got pregnant what's it called? In between. And now we are hearing that unfortunately you're not even together with the person and you're now looking for new love. Are you going to go co-live with the second person? Or because you say that experience teaches is the best teacher? Sorry, but in this case I don't think he was the best teacher because he taught you quite bad. And left a huge sore.
Yeah. That
even this sore will even make it more difficult. That even when the right person comes to you, you might not be able to see it. Because you're just like, but what if it's too good to be true?
It's too good to be true.
Yeah, what if it's too good to be true? It's too good to be true. Because your sore is just so open that you don't even know if there is any plaster that can even cover it at this point.
True.
Literally. So I would say like things of the heart, things of our body, because at the end of the day, it's not yours. It's literally not yours. It's the way you're renting. Is it that our body is just the way you're renting house? I feel like we're just renting our body because our body is not ours. Yeah. Literally, we are just renting it. And when the day comes, we'll literally just give it back. Like that. So, let's be guided. And
also just, I feel that even co-living, it doesn't like, the partners, in both cases, they don't try again. They don't try to like make it very special in that they don't make the effort to go on dates. Also that traveling too, because I see you every day. Why should I plan anything special or something like that. So that's the aspect I came in when I talked about like taking people for granted. And also that travel is really, really important, because in the like financial making decisions, like you have to plan, you have to know like the planner between both of you, like as you said, the strengths and weaknesses too. So like really, because that is like priority for me, right? Like I have to travel with you, I have to see you in different places with different people in different cultures, how you react to things, I once went out with someone that was super loud, and that was the last time that I'm just like, no, I cannot. Like literally in the beach, someone will just pass. I know this person. Oh start
no,
shouting.
I don't like
Emeka,
this.
this is I was like, why that guy? I don't do this. This is the first time, and I'm just like, no.
That's a big
No,
red
like
flag.
that was a red flag. So like literally, I'm thank God like I have that this experience. Is it true? I can't just imagine. I see my quiet reserved self. I'm not
Even
the
the
one
person
corner.
will be
Like, why would you be this loud? So like, and then oh god, this was the one that. At the end of the day, it's like he was now, like after the waiter gives you the check and stuff, he was now bringing his phone to calculate. Let me even check if the thing is correct. I'm just like, what kind of mentality is this? Like, why? That was the last time.
Wow.
I'm just like, okay, thank God for this. Like you see, like I'm using myself as an example, so you can see that.
At least
Okay,
at least you pay.
But you have to double
but I
check.
was like, why? Like I don't know.
Those type of men, they don't even give tips.
Exactly. Like, did they make mistake or something? So like I'm just like, no, calm down, be calming down.
But that shows you the essence.
But then with this thing, I know, like from this experience, I already know.
Because that means
what I know
everywhere
and what
you
I
go,
don't
that's how
know.
you be acting.
Exactly.
You be like, double checking.
And it was
They
the
did a
same
mistake.
person, and it was the same person. The shouting and the calculating was.
Imagine going grocery shopping with him. They'll not be like, wait, I want to check the banana if it was funny.
But that's the essence of dating, because dating is meeting new people, like making relations. It does not necessarily mean that you guys are boyfriend and girlfriend.
Exactly.
You go on a date, it's courtship. I think that's what you call it.
Yeah.
You know, you go on a date and then you figure out, is this the person that I think we can start building a future together? If it's not, next. It's simple, but it doesn't mean now you should use this as an excuse to move into the person's house. And I was also thinking, I feel like when it comes to marriage, there's so many, like all the stages before that period is important, because it kind of makes you question yourself. Like even if it's 10 stages, 10 times, do I really want to get married? Is this the person I really want to get married to? Is this how I will want to spend and live the rest of my life? Like those stages are important. If you now skip it to go to the final stage, you haven't built a foundation. So that house that you are forming can crash at any given moment.
It's not built on a solid rock, but it's built on sand.
You know? So
It's really built on sand.
once you start dating, you will finally decide, okay, we are in a relationship. You get committed to the person. Like you get to realize that, okay, this is how I want my future to look like. And you cannot blame anyone for it, because you took the time to pick that person.
And also, I'll still keep on ringing this. Don't settle. Even if you feel, okay, yes, but I've stayed with him. Please.
I feel like that's easier said than done.
It's exactly, like some people actually like notice it very early and leave, but I know for other people like it's a struggle. But if you're in this situation, really, like, please just leave. It's not worth it.
And also I feel like sometimes you have to ask yourself, when you say, or when, for example, maybe you see the red flags, but you're like, no, I want to stay. Why do you want to stay? Like, check yourself. Because
sometimes it's the fear of unknown.
Yeah, and also there are these people who are scared of being alone, and there are people who because they're always just like, nobody comes to my DM, and then one person comes and like, no,
him on his head.
I'm gonna be with him. Like, why? Because you yourself, you're not even loving yourself.
Yes.
You're not loving yourself, so you
don't know your worth.
And the truth of the matter is, even you that you're saying you want to stick with that one person that DM'd, you're not even going to love him properly, because you cannot give what you don't have. If you can't love yourself, you're not even going to love that person.
What is you can't pour from an empty cup?
Exactly. So it's like, try to even, before you even try to even settle down or start even this relation, love yourself. You love yourself. Know your own worth.
Settling means you don't know what you bring to the table. You don't know what you have to offer.
All this one that you're seeing on TikTok, what do you think to me? I am the table. Are you the table?
An empty table is no table for me.
Because if we have the four corners of the table, but there is a hole inside the table. Where are you going to put the food?
Or a table that is shaking.
Yeah.
So seriously, like I feel like let's just be guided. And also, people always say that they want to live with the person because when you live with the person, you can see the person's true colors. While if you're just texting and you say, "Oh, are you going to marry me?" the person can just lie and say yes. Let me tell you, you cannot lie forever.
That's the thing. I feel like time is the one that tells.
You cannot lie forever. Then there will be that if you're prayerful enough, there will be that one mistake that he will make that he will not know that you have literally caught him. But maybe you take him out somewhere. He's always quiet. The waiter, I think I've watched this movie where the waiter like mistakenly poured something. And he flipped.
Yeah, I watched it too.
He flipped and you could see that either this guy is bipolar.
Yeah.
Or he basically had threat of being a violent person. Because if just pouring this Fanta or something can trigger him, what if...
But if my clothes was white, I'm sorry, I'm going to vex.
No, there's a way you will vex.
Sorry, I think I've had... Oh God, it's just coming up.
Clearly we need a whole video for marriage to tell a story.
No, but this one, right? I was trying to tell him that, okay, his friend... All those people that have female best friends. I don't know. We still do another video for that. But we still have to discuss that. But female best, I was just like, okay, and this girl, like I know her, like I didn't even have a problem. Okay, you guys quarreled. What's the problem? You have to even tell me as someone you might be dating or like you're considering dating. Or at that point in time, yes, we were in something.
Situationship.
So like I was trying to tell him that guy, like it should not be that deep. That what did she do exactly that made you this angry? Texted him that kind of thing. He was just like, what is my business? What is my business in this? Why would I talk about this? That is none of my business. In like exclamation mark, you could literally, as if he was shouting from the phone. And I'm just like, no.
Wait, what?
I respected myself. I just like deleted, blocked. Because once you start exchanging, you just know that you cannot do anything again. And see how we flipped. Somebody that I thought that because of this flipping incidents, like that's why I'm bringing it up. Somebody that I thought that is calm no, he's not calm. Like at least he was like so outspoken and stuff, but you
polite,
don't have to
even just polite.
Just so, and I told you something like politely that what happened, that just like tell me, and he was like, it's none of my business, that I should not interfere, that why did I even bring it up, something like that. And I'm just like, I deleted his number, and because he was over the phone in exclamation mark, so obviously I feel he was shouting when he puts it in exactly. So like I just like that was the end of everything, and I'm just like, no. So like I don't know, Sharp, like with this experience, like I've just known what works for me, and if you start behaving in a certain way, I would just leave.
I mean, that was already a red flag. And the thing is, even if I always bring prayer,
and mind you, he came back to apologize like the next day or something. He was just like, oh, that he did not know. And I'm just like, no.
He already realized that.
Yeah, he already realized that. I was not, and I remember I didn't even reply him. So like he already say that this girl is not somebody that you try this thing.
But someone else would have given him a second chance.
Exactly. Like I'm just like, no, I cannot do this. And I talked to someone like a mutual friend.
Because the truth of the matter is, if you give him a second chance, right? There are two things involved. Is either he is actually truly sorry and changes, or that means he's actually not like that. It was just that moment. Yeah. Or because he wants you, he now start faking it.
Exactly.
Until when you enter the marriage, and then you do something that So I mean, today at the end of the day, I'll just say, just put your trust in God first of all. But at the same time, you need to put in the work, because God will not come down and do the work for you. Yeah. That's just the truth of the matter. Like he can show you the red flags. If you now do your eye like this, God will not come and do like this and open the eye for you to see. So you to open your eyes and see the red flags. If you cannot do it on your own, get someone who is matured enough spiritually, matured enough in like areas of relationship. Because like, sometimes I also feel like some people say that they don't know the right questions to ask. You don't know, go to counseling departments. And literally they know they'll tell you the right questions to ask. Because there are some deep questions that they'll ask you during the session of counseling that, trust me, even if the person wants to lie, it cannot. Because even the body language will be saying something else. So you'll not even be able to lie. And maybe you have already told the girl something, then you get there. because the fear of who is looking at you, eye to eyeball, you will not split the truth, and the person will just be like, I thought you said. Even just the number of kids can bring problem, because the husband wants a football team. You say you want one.
Yeah, exactly. That should be like.
And it's your body. You know that your body, you feel that your body more than 5 steps you cannot do. And he say no, he wants 6. And you are there. No, you have to, unless that one doesn't mean that you have to leave the person, those kind of cases. But you need somebody then that's going to speak to you guys on how you guys can find,
a common
ground on all those kind of things, because he will understand, okay, maybe you have some certain things with your body, so you cannot go more than 2, then he'll be like, okay, I understand, although I would have wished, but come to, so meet, if you cannot do it on your own, pray first. I would always say pray first before moving to another person, because not everyone wants to be putting their life out like that, especially when you feel like you have not gone too far. But trust me, the church is not going to judge you for coming to counseling. Counseling doesn't mean you're getting married. They will tell you that a broken engagement or broken counseling is better than a broken marriage. So if you want to come to counseling 3 times, it's better, because that means they didn't propose to you anything. You just want to come, have a Christ-like guideline to guide your relationship or whatever that it is that you're going through. So just be open-minded about it, and don't feel like you're just taking everything to the church. You're taking everything to, therapy, or you're taking everything to this thing. We don't know it all. And that's why God brought some people who gave them a specific knowledge about some certain things. So, do you guys ever have any concluding thoughts?
I just wanted to add that obviously, I'm actually not married. So,
there was an S word that was about to drop.
Single till there's a ring on it. So basically, I also think like to have a good role model, like a couple. Obviously, their relationship may not be perfect, but how they go through things. So if you have someone who also speaks to you openly and tells you, me and my partner went through this. This is how we dealt with it. Not someone who will like, yes, everything is rosy. It's so good in our relationship.
Because it will be chastising you. Run from those people. Because it's a very big lie. I think there was a video, right, that I don't remember what it was, but my husband was just like, why are you making it look perfect? And he reminded me that this channel is about raw. We fight, we have issues. You guys remember when we did the video, my husband literally told me that at some point he never thought we were going to get married. Bluntly. Because it's just the truth.
You don't have to say it like that.
Really. So run from those people. Even people like Toroko Solutions, they say that they have days where it's like even that day they're not going to sleep on the same bed.
And that's how you learn. Because I feel like once you start a relationship, you think everything will be perfect all the time. So when you are listening to this couple, when you get advice from this couple, you're prepared. You're prepared for what is to come, and you know that if Monday is not good, at least Sunday will be better.
Exactly.
That's all I have to say.
And please, at least from the examples I've given, please don't settle. Don't even try to
be wise.
Don't just be a table, a shaking table.
Please don't be.
When the guy comes, red flag. Sure, you didn't want me. But anyways, guys, this was so much fun, and I think I want to be doing more of this. She already brought up a topic about the female best friend.
I think this is what we have to film right after this one.
Would you have a female would you allow your partner to have a female best friend or the male best friend? Let me know in the comment section, and if you want us to talk about that. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys watched to the end, and I hope you guys enjoyed it as much as we did. And I still remain your girl, IAmCleopatra O. Bye.